Again, we'll be starting on the mat, laying down in our reclined Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet together, knees are open. Go ahead and lay back. Option to place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Yogi's choice. The left or right hand can go wherever you see fit. Take in a few moments and a few breaths to ground, to come back to our bodies, back to our minds, and come back to our spirit. Also option to have your hands on the mat facing up or facing down. Facing up if you want to receive from the universe, facing down if you want to get more grounded. As you lay here in your reclined Baddha Konasana, feel the breath as it travels in and out of the body. Feel the gentle rise and fall of the belly and the heart space. Feel the back as it presses into the earth ever so slightly, ever so gently, with every breath that you take. I'll start us off with some words as we continue to ground in our reclined butterfly position. Forgiveness is an act of self-love. See yourself fully and truly for the incredible person that you are. Love, honor, and appreciate yourself for your courage and commitment to return to love. Recognize that your true nature is divine. Embrace that you are loving and compassionate. Continue to commit to setting healthy boundaries and not beating up on yourself, realizing that this is your journey and you are human. In this moment, express to yourself that you are ready to receive the best that life has to offer, that you are love. Still in our reclined butterfly, changing up our hand position. So if they were on the mat, place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. If they were there, go ahead and place them on the mat. Take this moment to set an intention for your practice today. Whether that is committing to forgiveness as an act of self-love, setting healthy boundaries for yourself, or not beating up on yourself when you don't meet your own expectations. Whatever that looks like for you today, whatever you need, set that intention right now in this moment. Slightly curl your lips up and give yourself a nice smile. Let this be the first moment on the mat that you actively and intentionally choose to be gentle and kind with yourself. Bringing your hands to your heart, one hand to the belly if it's not already there. Let's take a deep breath in. For our 3-part breath, lower belly, upper belly, chest, holding it at the top. Exhale, chest, upper belly, lower belly. 2 more times just like that. Inhale into the lower belly, upper belly, chest, holding it at the top. Exhale, chest, upper belly, lower belly. In, lower, upper, chest, hold, chest, upper, lower. 3 independent breaths, calling in all we need on every inhale, letting go of what we don't on every exhale. Slowly bring your palms on the outside of the knees to close them together and hug both knees into your chest. Maybe rock left, maybe rock right, in a circular motion perhaps, whatever feels good. Just take a moment and hug yourself. Maybe smile at yourself again. Remember that intention. Remember that you are loved. Keeping that left knee hugged into the chest. Extend out that right leg, flexing that foot. Give that left knee a nice tight tug into the chest. Keeping those right feet flexed. Get a nice stretch in those hip flexors, even in those hammies and those glutes. Go ahead and guide the left knee over the right side of the body for a nice supine twist. Exhale, surrender into that twist. Look over your left shoulder. Imagine sending all your breath right to that tailbone. Imagine as you inhale the Breath swirls around the spine, energizing the spine, loving it. Bring your navel to your spine to engage that core. Inhale back through center. Let's go ahead and swap the left out for the right. Nice hug into the chest with that right knee. Flexing that left foot that's on the ground whenever you're ready. Exhale, surrender into that twist. Right knee over the left side of the body. Look over the right shoulder. You may notice any snap, crackle, pops here. That's often a good sign. Inhale that knee back up to center. Hug the left knee into the chest. Tuck your chin to your chest and just give yourself a nice big hug. Take a nice deep breath in, filling up the body. Exhale it out, blow it out onto your thighs. One more, just like that. Inhale through the nose, exhale through it out, through the mouth, onto the thighs. Slowly recline the head back, rock to the left, rock to the right. Slowly place the feet down to the mat. About hips width distance apart. Bring your heels back so they can graze your fingertips. Bring your navel into your spine so much so that you feel the navel pressuring the spine into the mat so that every inch of your spine from the tailbone to your neck is on the mat, pressing into the mat actively. Inhale, press into the heels and the palms, scoop the tailbone off the mat for your first bridge pose, and we'll hold it here. Squeezing the glutes, let's try to get those hips up to the ceiling a little higher so that we feel this nice stretch in the quad muscles into the psoas muscles. We'll hold it here. Feel free to clasp the palms under your booty. Don't let the knees splay out or fall in. We're keeping them nice and parallel, like two lanes in the street. 2 more full breaths here. The next inhale, get those hips up just a little higher. Use those glutes to power you up. Slowly unclasp the palms and roll it on down. Heel toe the feet out to the side edge of the mat. Let the knees fall into one another. Place your right palm on the left shoulder, left palm on the right shoulder. Just rub your shoulders, rub your biceps and your triceps. Just really taking the time to be gentle with our bodies and be present with our bodies. What does our skin feel like? What do the bones feel like under our flesh? Finding some stillness here. Slowly release the palms back down to the mat. Knees come back parallel. We'll try our bridge once more in this moment. Press into the heels, into the palms. Inhale, scoop the tailbone off the mat. Engage that core, squeeze those glutes. 3 full breaths. Inhale, get you higher every time in the hips. Pressing into those heels, into those palms. 1 more breath. Exhale, slowly roll it on down. Hug the knees back into the chest. And slowly rock forward and backward, tucking the chin in. So you come to sit up in a seated position into your Sukhasana. From here, go ahead and place the palms on the knees. And we're going to rotate the torso in a nice circular motion. There's no right or wrong, just kind of doing whatever feels good in this moment. Keeping the tailbone still grounded down into the mat, keeping the spine nice and long. No need to rush these circles. And when you're ready, go ahead and rotate, go the opposite way. Keeping that head aligned with the neck so the chin isn't up, it's not down, it's parallel to the earth. Bringing the torso back to neutral, we're going to take a few seated cat-cows. Inhale to cow, arch the back, look up to the sky. Exhale to cat, round out through the spine. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Really sync your movement up to your breath and really exaggerate these shapes. Once more. And we'll meet back in our Sukhasana, rotating the shoulders up to the ears, moving nice and slow. Feel the muscles and the bones and the joints waking up. Maybe you play with alternating shoulders, moving one shoulder Then the next. This is just a time of exploration. Use your breath to really get you into your body. There is no right, there is no wrong. You are here. This is your mat. This is your practice. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and go the opposite direction. Inhale the arms up to frame the ears. Look up at the palms, bring them together. Exhale, Anjali Mudra at your heart space. Bow your chin to your chest. From here, you'll see the space between your pointer finger and your thumb. You want to go ahead and elevate your palms together still so that your chin falls right into that little nook there. And then those two pointer fingers kind of caress the third eye. We just want to relax into that nook a bit there. 3 full breaths there, feeling the pressure of the fingers on the third eye, right in between the eyebrows, right in the center of the forehead. Every inhale, feel your torso get long through the side body. Every exhale, tailbone is a little bit more grounded. One more breath, just like this. Removing your chin out of that nook. Go ahead and release the thumbs back toward your throat and move the palms around in a circular motion. Massaging the neck, the throat, waking up that throat chakra. Be sure to go in both directions. Bring your palms back to Anjali Mudra at heart space. Take one deep breath in, fill the body up to its maximum capacity. And just when you fill up to the top, sip in just a little bit more air, hold it at the top. Let your exhale come out so smoothly with a sound, whatever sound best represents where you are in this present moment. We're going to do that once more. Inhale, fill the body up. Feel the side bodies expand left and right, front ways, back ways. You're filled up to the top, suck in just a little bit more air. Hold it at the top and let it out with a sound. Your eyes are closed. You can keep them closed or you can open them. Place the palms at the top of the mat. Rock your weight forward so that you can seamlessly come to a tabletop, pressing into the hands, activating that Hasta Bandha, that hand lock. We'll meet in tabletop. Feeling free to fold your mat under your knees if you need that extra cushion or using a blanket, any props that make your practice more accessible, feel free. And we'll meet in a few cat-cows. As always, syncing that breath up, exaggerating the shapes of the spine, really getting that stretch in the front side of the body when we're in our cow, really releasing the shoulders down the back, really rounding out and hollowing out in a cat. A few more breaths. Keep it going. I'm coming to check on you guys. Make sure nobody has any questions in the chat. Awesome. We'll meet in a neutral tabletop. Extend the right leg out, come into the ball of that right foot. Extend the left leg out. And notice here, before you get into your bird dog, what shifts in your body? Does your right hip tilt down to the earth? Does your left hip tilt out to the left side of the mat? We want to keep everything squared off. We want the hips stacked directly on top of the knees, shoulders directly on top of wrist. We want that left arm reaching out nice and long, like somebody was going to give you a big bag of money or like your favorite food. But that shoulder is not up by your ear. It's still relaxed down the back. Imagine that it's plugged into these lat muscles right here, which it is. Whenever you're ready, pressing into that right palm, really anchoring down to the thumb and the left pointer finger or the right pointer finger. Inhale, lift that right foot off the earth for your bird dog. Squeeze those glutes, get that heel as high as you possibly can. And we'll hold it for 5, 4, still breathing. 1 more second, slowly release. I'm gonna take the other side with that same intention, with that same practice, keeping everything squared off, activating those glutes, reaching out with the right palm. Inhale the left foot off the ground. Go ahead and flex that foot here in our bird dog, and we'll hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more second. Release back to the earth. Knees come back, toes touch, knees open, push it back, wide leg, child's pose. Let the forehead come down to the mat. Crawl those fingertips up to the top of the mat just a bit, but still plug those shoulders into those shoulder blades into the pocket. We want to feel a nice stretch all the way from our pinkies up through our forearms, triceps, shoulders, into the upper back. Those lateral muscles, we'll be working with those today a lot. Coming back to the breath, remember your intention. Take a body scan. How does your body feel? What is she asking for? Really spreading those fingers nice and wide, anchoring down through the pointer fingers and the thumb fingers. Press into those palms, pull it back up through tabletop. We're gonna go ahead and take our bird dog on the right side, extend that right leg, extend the left arm, inhale, right foot off the mat. Our next exhale, we're gonna crunch into ourselves, bringing our left elbow to our right knee like so. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and really make it a tight crunch, continuing to breathe. If you need more grounding, go ahead and tuck the left toes as an option. This may help, this may not. Keep it going at the pace of your own breath. When you tuck the knee, notice pointing the foot may help. 3 more. And we'll meet in bird dog for 5, 4, release those shoulders, 2, release back to the earth. We'll take it on the other side, waking up that core. Option to rock forward and backward just to open up that foot. And whenever you're ready, find your bird dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, crunch it on your exhale. 3 more. Release back to the earth. Tuck the toes. Inhale, shoot the hips up for downward dog. As always, you want to make sure that your form in downward dog is proper, and how you can do that is an easy fix. Inhale, shift the hips forward to a plank. If nothing has to move for you to get to your plank, then your form is great and you're good to go. Pedal it out. Open up the back side of the body in this downward dog. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Imagine keeping those shoulders plugged in. They're down away from your ears. Shake your head once more yes, no, yes, and no. Take a nice deep inhale, filling up the body. Exhale, let it out with a flutter of the lips, like so. We'll do that once more. Inhale, shift the hips forward to your plank position, pressing into those palms. 2 more seconds. Find your downward dog. Slowly walk your feet to your hands and meet in a forward fold. Option to grab opposite elbows. Sway to the left, sway to the right. Allow the opening in the left and the right sides of the lower back as you sway to the left and to the right. Let the weight be evenly distributed across your feet, and slowly let your rock subside. You don't have to stop it, just kind of let the momentum wear off. Allow the weight from your elbows to bring your torso and your head closer to the earth while still pressing the weight into those feet evenly. Release opposite elbows. Inhale up, halfway, flat back. Keeping a nice soft bend in the knees. The weight is still evenly distributed. Feel this nice stretch in your calf. your hamstrings and your glutes, maybe even that lower back. Release into your forward fold. Inhale up to halfway, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Put a nice soft bend in the knees and roll up for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep that core engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2. Head and shoulders are the last thing to come up. Meet me in Tadasana, palms open wide, flutter the eyes closed. Take a nice full body scan. Inhale the air all the way to the soles of your feet. Exhale it out, a cleansing breath. 2 more just like that. Inhale, fill up the body from head to toe. Exhale, let it all go. Once more. Option to let your exhale come out with a flutter of the lips. Inhale the arms up to frame the ears. Squeeze the glutes. Look behind you and find a mini back bend. Exhale, fall forward. Let the arms kind of sway. Shake your hands out. Be heavy in the head. Rotate the wrist. Whatever direction feels good, as long as you hit both of them for balance. Inhale up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Slowly roll it on up. Inhale the arms up to frame the ears. Exhale, twist to the right. Staying nice and tall, staying grounded through the feet. Inhale, arms frame the ears. Exhale, twist to the left. Core is engaged, glutes are engaged. Inhale out of that twist, back to our Tadasana. Feel the toes, the balls, and the heels of the feet all glued to the earth. Shoulders are relaxed. The body is strong. It is powerful. Take this moment to forgive yourself. For whatever you may need forgiveness, now is the time to grant yourself the permission to do that. You are love, and forgiveness is self-love. Inhale the arms to frame the ears. Exhale, your palms meet at your heart space in Anjali Mudra. Shift the weight to your right foot. Lifting the left foot, take a nice giant step back. So we're in a nice high lunge, staying high up on the ball of that foot, getting really deep into that 90-degree bend of the right foot or the right knee. We'll be here for 2 more full breaths. Feel that nice stretch in the left psoas. The next exhale, sweep that left palm down to the ground, right palm up for a nice twist. If you want to get into a half bind, wrapping that right palm behind your left hip, feel free to do that as an option. Still shifting those hips forward so we're keeping that 90-degree bend in the right knee. Inhale, unbind. Exhale, right palm on the inside of the right foot for our lizard pose. Feel free to drop your knee or not, yogi's choice. We'll be here for 5 full breaths, coming down to the forearms if you would like, or staying on your palms. Again, yogi's choice. If you want to get a little deeper, pivot onto the pinky toe side of that right foot to open up that hip just a little bit more. Wherever you are, really allow your center of gravity to melt. So we're really opening those hips up. If your knee is on the earth, tuck that toe, lift the knee up, step your right foot back. Find a plank position and hold it for 10, 9, squeeze those glutes, bring the navel to your spine, 6, 5, press into those palms, still breathing, 3, 2, 1, downward dog. Shake your head yes and no, pedal it out. Take a full body scan, see what feels different this time than the last. Really release that chest back toward your thighs. Find stillness. Slowly walk your feet to your hands. Inhale up, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, roll it up slowly. At the top, the palms frame, or the arms frame the ears. Find a mini back bend. Exhale, palms at heart space. Shift the weight to the left foot. Take a giant step back for your high lunge. That right foot stays up high. 2 breaths here. Feel that nice opening in the right psoas, that big muscle that connects the quads and the torso. It might be really tight, especially if you sit working from home all day. Whenever you're ready, release that right palm to the earth, left palm up to the sky. Close the eyes here if you can. Find your half bind. Just an option. It's always nice to close your eyes, to kind of just allow yourself to be in the moment without any judgment, without any distraction. One more full breath. Left palm back to the sky, left palm inside of the left foot. Pivoting onto the pinky toe side of that left foot, coming down to your forearms if you wish, dropping that right knee if you wish. 5 full breaths. Tucking that back foot, lifting that knee. Step your left foot back for a plank. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hug the elbows back to your torso. Lower the body down, one straight line. Slide the palms forward so that the forearms come onto the mat. Inhale, scoop the chest away from the mat for your Sphinx pose. Pressing the pelvis into the mat. The collarbone is expanded. The chin is parallel to the earth. You're getting this nice expansion in the rib area. A nice opening. 3 more breaths here. Squeeze the glutes to really get the pelvis into the mat. That'll allow you to get some more height in the heart space. Tuck the toes. Push yourself up through tabletop. Shift it back for Balasana Child's Pose. Head on the mat, elbows lifted away from the mat. This can be as wide as you need it to be or as narrow as you need it to be. Coming back to the breath. Inhale, long through the side of the body. Exhale, tailbone gets heavy. Take notice if your shoulders are really close to your ears, if they're blocking the expansion of your neck. If they are, just kind of roll them down and back. Keep your palms where they are, but roll the shoulders away from the head. Inhale, press into the palms, come through tabletop, tuck the tailbone, tuck the toes, up to downward dog. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Inhale, shift the hips forward for plank. Exhale, downward dog. We'll do that 4 more times at the pace of your own breath. Squeeze in those glutes the whole time. Engage in that core the whole time. And we'll meet in our plank on our palms. From here, we're slowly going to drop down to our forearms, starting with the right palm. Making a nice little fist, keeping those cores engaged, keeping the glutes engaged. We'll be here for 10, 9, 7, 6, 3, 2, lower it down slowly. Go ahead and make a little pillow, placing one palm on the mat, then the other palm, and drop the forehead onto the mat. The elbows can kind of be open parallel to the top edge of your mat. So you're getting that opening in the heart space still as we take on an active rest. Let your next 3 inhales come through the nose. Send them out through the mouth as if you were going to fog up the mat in front of you. Slowly lift the head off the palms. Bring your forearm to the mat. both of them, palms facing down. Tuck the toes and come up on your knees. Allow the chest to melt down toward the mat between the elbows, allowing the tailbone to reach up to the sky, forehead onto the mat for our puppy pose. Keeping the hips squared off to the mat. You don't want them leaning or tilting in one direction. You'll feel the heart open. You may feel some stretch in the side bodies. Those are our lateral muscles. We've been working on them since we've been on the mat. So this may feel like a nice opening and expansion there. Really allow each breath to surrender your heart closer and closer to the mat. Still keeping the core engaged to protect that lower spine, that lumbar spine. Lifting the forehead away from the mat. Come back to fours. All fours, tabletop. Turn the fingertips in toward the knees. And just get a nice opening in that wrist. Rocking your head to the left and to the right, maybe in a whole 360 if that feels nice, if it feels like that's something that you need here. If not, one more full breath here. Opening the wrist. Turning the fingertips back toward the top of the mat. Tuck the toes. Find your downward dog. 3 full breaths here as we take a nice full body scan, pressing into those palms, spreading those fingers. Head is heavy. Release that chest back to the thighs. Encouraging those heels down toward the mat. They may never touch, but the effort is sufficient. Slowly walk the feet to the hands. Forward fold being really heavy in the torso, almost so much so that you rest your chest upon your thighs. Soft bend. Go ahead and place your left palm right in between the feet. Palm goes up to the sky. 2 breaths. Swap that left palm out with the right. Inhale up, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Slowly roll it on up. Meet with the arms framing the ears at the top. Inhale, length through the side. Find your mini back bend. Exhale, Anjali Mudra at heart space. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Inhale into the lower belly, upper belly, chest. Exhale, chest, upper belly, lower belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last round of breaths, just like this. Release the palms. Clasp the fingertips behind your back. Inhale the shoulders up. Exhale them down. Punch the air behind you. Put a nice soft bend in the knees. And as you bend the knees, let the chest melt forward towards the thighs. Let the fists come overhead. Chest rest on your thighs. Punch in the ceiling. 2 more full breaths. Slowly begin to release the clasp. Let the arms fall by your side. Push into the heels and roll it on up with the arms to follow, framing the ears. Squeeze the glutes. Find your mini back bend. Exhale, fall forward. Swing the arms back. Clasp the palms together. Find your fist. Exhale, release the palms. Inhale up, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Plant the palms, step your right foot back, then the left foot, or the opposite, and we'll hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Really push the floor away with those palms. 3, 2, lower the body down, one straight line. Tuck the toe, untuck the toes. Inhale up to low cobra, high cobra, or up dog. Exhale down, tuck the toes, shoot the hips back. For child's pose, we'll only be here for 3 full breaths, so make it worth your while. Take what you need. Drawing those palms into the mat. Remember that you are in control of your breath and not the other way around. Here from our child's pose, release the forearms and the elbows into the mat. Slowly begin to lift your tailbone away from the heels. And really feel like you can almost dent the earth in the mat with both the knuckles of your fingers and the bone of your elbow. Take a look down and back at your knees. Tuck the toes and shoot the hips up and back just like you would if you were going into downward dog with the forearms on the earth for your dolphin. Inhale it up. Shoot those heels down to the mat. The heels reaching for the mat, although they may never touch, gives you that great stretch in the back side of the body. 3 full breaths here as we slowly begin to release the chest back toward the thighs. Really engage in that core. If you find that it's hard to find balance here, really engage the core, squeeze those glutes and slowly release the knees back to the earth. Find your child's pose, elbows off the mat. Imagine inhaling, breathing into those shoulders. Let the oxygen kind of swirl around and give an internal massage to the shoulders, the muscles and the joints and the tendons in that area. Go ahead and drop the forearms. Slowly lift the tailbone away from the heels. Tuck the toes, and whenever you're ready, shoot the hips up and back for your dolphin. This time, we may take a look between our elbows and notice where our bodies are in alignment. Imagine getting your ears in between your biceps. 3 full breaths. Hold it here with any adjustments that you've made. Slowly lower the knees down, child's pose. Untuck those toes. Slowly crawl your fingers to the left side of the mat, keeping that left hip nice and anchored down for a stretch from the left hip to the left pinky. Try to curl the fingertips back through center and then over to the right, anchoring down through the right hip. Nice stretch in the right side body. Still releasing those shoulders. We might want to kind of hug into our ears, but we're trying to actively break that habit during today's practice. Instead of being in the shoulders, we're going to use our upper back muscles and our lateral muscles on the sides of the body. Overuse of the shoulders can lead to damage, of course, and injury after a while, but also we have so many other muscle groups that can be used to help one another. So that is what we're tapping into today. Coming back into your child's pose. Nice, deep inhale, exhale out with a sigh. 2 more just like that. Press into the palms, come back through tabletop, tuck your toes, shoot your hips up and back for downward dog. Pedal it out, walk the dog. Shake your head yes. Once more, inhale, let it out with a sound. Put a nice bend in the knees. Look between the palms, right at both thumbs. Jump your feet up to the halfway point of your mat. And then walk the feet to the thumbs. Inhale up, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, roll it on up. Inhale the arms to frame the ears. Exhale, meet the palms together at your heart space. Inhale, create length through the side bodies. Exhale, sit the tailbone down and back. Tuck that tailbone. We'll be in chair. 4 full breaths. Every inhale, create length. Every exhale, sit that tailbone back and down. Really pressing into both sides of both feet. Exhale, fold forward. Straighten out the legs. Inhale up, halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop the feet back for your plank. From our plank, before we go on with our vinyasa, we're gonna drop the elbows down to the mat. Last time we made a fist, this time we're gonna keep the palms flat. Go ahead and drop the head, walk the feet in till you feel like you are in the most accessible dolphin for your practice. 3 full breaths. Adding a flutter of the lips if you need to. Adding a sigh if you need to. Slowly begin to walk your feet back till you are in a forearm plank. Squeeze in those glutes. Lower in one straight line. Forehead comes down to the mat. Inhale, exhale, fog up the mat. Inhale, find your Sphinx pose, lifting the heart space away from the mat. Exhale, release it back down. Palms come on either side of the body. Rock your head to the left and to the right, maybe a circular motion. Bring those palms right under the shoulders. Push yourself back up through tabletop. Swing the feet to the left or to the right so that you can come sit on your booty. From here, we want to get really rounded through the tailbone. Relax those shoulders, a nice long spine. You can even place your palms right here on your shins if that gets you a little bit prouder in the chest. And whenever you get that activation, really squeeze those glutes so that you can lock that in. Imagine that there is a string pulling your left shoulder blade and your right shoulder blade together to really encourage the opening of that heart space and the collarbone. When that's done, bring your palms out, facing one another, just like we're going to shake hands in front of you. For a modified Navasana, we'll go ahead and clasp the fingertips together, bring them into your heart space, and we're going to find a little bit of a twist, touching the floor with our thumbs, like so. Keep it going. Use your breath. Core is engaged. The next time we'll meet in the center with the palms in center. Go ahead and recline your back by about 2 inches. We're going to hit it again. Keep it going. Once more on both sides. We'll meet with the palms in center. Recline 1 more inch, and we'll hit it again 4 more times, 2 on both sides. And we'll meet in the center. Keeping that same level of recline, extend the arms out, and lower the back down for 10, 9, keeping the head in line with the spine, really using that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping the knees up. Drop the palms by the side. Go ahead and rub your ears just a little bit, bringing the palms to the ears. We want to keep the heart space nice and open. Press the spine into the mat, just like we did at the beginning of practice, engaging that core. The entire inch of the spine is pressed into the mat. You feel that soft pressure. That is your own body weight. How awesome is that, that you're learning and that we're practicing and use our own bodies to better our bodies, right? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and lift the feet off the ground at a 90-degree angle with the knees bent. Flex or point the toes, and notice the moment you lift your feet, your middle back is going to want to come up the mat. Go ahead and make that adjustment by pressing the entire spine into the mat, and we're going to bicycle it out. Inhale, right knee in, or left knee into right shoulder, or what's this thing? Elbow. Keeping that heart space open. Getting the elbows and the knees to touch. Keep it going. Closing the eyes if you need to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the knees up. Lower the head down. Go ahead and kick the heels up toward the ceiling as if you could literally kick the roof off. From here, we're going to bring the toes together and slowly lower the legs down for a count of 10, 9. Keep the entire spine on the mat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Hug the right knee into the chest or the left. We'll get both of them so it doesn't matter. Kind of just rock the knee to the left and to the right. Maybe a bit of a circular motion. And whenever you're ready, swap it out for the other one. Rock to the left, rock to the right. Then find your circular motion. Let's go ahead and find our Baddha Konasana, our butterfly, palms facing up. Release the shoulders into the floor. Imagine sending your inhales to your hip flexors, to your hip sockets. Beginning to slow the rate of the heart. Bring your attention to the crown of your head. Do we feel any tightness or tension in the scalp? Is there anything that we can do to release any tightness, any tension in the scalp? Play with that for a few moments. And slowly begin to bring your body scan to your face. Any furrowed brows, release them, create space between the brows, drop the jaw, release the tongue from the top of the mouth, unsquint the eyes, let the nose just be, let the lips kind of just hang there. Slowly begin to close those knees and extend the legs out, bodies in one straight line. Let that awareness come to your shoulders, let them hang. Let the thighs just be on the mat, just be. Let the feet fall to whichever side they fall to. As we begin to prepare for our Savasana, we want to imagine our bodies as weightless in this space. Take this moment to honor progress, to honor love, and to honor you, knowing that you are love. Slowing the heart rate down. This time and space is just for you, a sacred time and space for you to be with self, absent of any other thoughts, responsibilities, just a space to be. As we journey deeper into our Savasana, I invite you to pick a 2-digit number, and you will count down from that 2-digit number to 0. Every time that a thought comes, that you're distracted, or that you feel a need to fidget or play with your clothing or anything like that, go ahead and start back from that number and count down. Any thoughts that may come, say, I see you, thank you, I don't need you right now, and keep your count going. Continuing to be heavy in the head and heavy in the heels of your feet. Count, breathe, stay present. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back into the space. As we prepare for our alternate nostril breathing cycle, go ahead and lift your right palm, drop your middle finger and your ring finger inside the palm, closing those two fingers off with your thumb. Go ahead and close the right nostril off with your pointer finger. Inhale through the left. Hold it at the top, close off the left, exhale through the right. Keep it going at the pace of your own breath. Really allow this to flow seamlessly from left nostril to right nostril. Three more rounds of breath. Release the palm back to the mat. Take a nice deep inhale, the biggest breath you've taken all day. Hold it at the top. Exhale through the nose. You're going to inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ever so gently roll over to the left or right side, whatever side feels most loving to you in this moment, and hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. In a fetal position, just curl up. Know that you are loved, you're protected, you're cared for. Remind yourself of that intention that you set. Remind yourself in this moment of a sweet everything that you need to hear. Place your palm in front of your chest to push yourself up into a seated position. Feel free to take Sukhasana, Hero's Pose, whichever feels most gentle and kind. That is available to you. Take that. As we close at our practice, we'll place both hands on the knees. Take nice breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Thanking you for showing up on your mat today, not for me, but for you, because every single time you get on the mat, you are a little bit better. And when you are a little bit better, the world is a little bit better. Remember that forgiveness is an act of self-love. Bow to the divinity in yourself. Namaste. Have an awesome night. I will see you next week, or I'll see you on Friday at 10.